Hi, everyone. I think I'm going to wait another minute or two before getting started just to see if more people are joining. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome to the Panhellenic information session. First, we're going to start off with introducing the people behind the curtain of recruitment. My name is NP, and I am the Vice President of Recruitment, and I am responsible for the planning and execution of Panhellenic recruitment at Georgia Tech.
Hey guys, my name's Christine. I'm the Vice President of Recruitment Programming, and my job is to guide the potential new members through their recruitment experience and assist the recruitment counselors in ensuring that there's a smooth and positive process for all of you guys.
My name is Grace, and I'm the Panhellenic president. I represent our Panhellenic community on a variety of different student boards and with other student organization leaders. I also oversee the rest of the executive board and serve as a resource for chapter and council leadership. Carrie is not here today, but she is the assistant director for fraternity and sorority life. She advises our executive board and helps us liaison with the school and nationals. There are 4 governing councils at Georgia Tech, including the Collegiate Panhellenic Council, so that's us, the Interfraternity Council, Multicultural Panhellenic Council, and National Panhellenic Council. The Collegiate Panhellenic Council, often referred to as CPC, is the governing body of 8 National Panhellenic Conference chapters and 1 associate chapter on Georgia Tech's campus.
The Interfraternity Council, also known as IFC, is the governing body of the 31 international fraternities, most of which were affiliated with the North American Interfraternity Conference.
The National Panhellenic Council is commonly known as the Divine Nine and is the governing body for the Black Greek letter organizations. Georgia Tech has 4 sororities and 4 fraternities under the NPHC.
The Multicultural Panhellenic Council is the unifying body for culture-based organizations comprised of 3 fraternities and 2 sororities that are East Asian or South Asian interest groups. In addition, 2 Latino-based fraternities and 1 Latina-based sorority have associate membership status.
An associate chapter is a provisional chapter of a fraternity or sorority that is not a fully chartered chapter. In lots of cases, it is a new local group being formed, undergoing a period of assessment before becoming a fully chartered chapter. There are a couple of associate chapters that we have at Georgia Tech, so that's what they are.
So within the Collegiate Panhellenic Council, which is us, there are 8 NPC chapters, which include Alpha Chi Omega, Alpha Delta Pi, Alpha Gamma Delta, Alpha Phi, Alpha Z Delta, Kappa Alpha Theta, Phi Mu, and Zeta Tau Alpha. There's also the Alpha Omega Epsilon Associate Chapter as well, and each chapter has its own unique culture and values. And then throughout recruitment, we'll be helping you find where you feel most at home.
So you'll hear a lot of new terms during recruitment, so I just wanted to go over these acronyms that you're often going to be hearing. So as we said before, CPC is the Collegiate Panhellenic Council, which governs the 8 NPC chapters on campus. RC is going to be your recruitment counselor. At this point, they should have already reached out to you, and so you are going to get to know your recruitment counselors. And these are sorority members who temporarily disaffiliate to help you guide you through the process. And a PNM is you. That's a potential new member. And then NPC is the National Panhellenic Conference, which is the umbrella organization for all 29 national sororities. So this year, PNM P&M orientation will be on Tuesday, August 12th, and the rest of recruitment is August 13th through August 17th. This year, all of primary recruitment will be completed before the first day of classes, so you're not going to have to stress out about bid day or anything, and it'll all be done before your classes start.
The P&M orientation will take place on August 12th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at First Theater, which is on our campus. And then during this orientation, you'll get to learn more about the recruitment process, pick up your P&M t-shirts, which you'll wear for the first round during open house, and you'll also get a little goodie bag and meet your RCs. Additionally, if your RCs haven't reached out, you can feel free to email me after this, and I can take care of that.
Round 1 is going to be the open house round, which is on August 13th, the day after your P&M orientation. You have to check in by 8 a.m. at Scheller College of Business in room 100 to open your schedules for the day and meet with your RCs. Throughout the day, you will attend a party from every NPC chapter, so 8 parties total. Between parties, you can hang out at Scheller with other P&Ms and your RCs, and there will be a lunch break from 12:15 to 1:30. For that round, as Christine said, you'll be wearing the P&M shirt that is provided by us that you pick up at P&M orientation. You can wear any bottoms you want. Running shoes, sneakers, walking sandals are appropriate for round 1. Anything that's comfortable because you'll be walking a lot. For any reference on attire, feel free to check out the Ramblin' Recruitment Guide.
So the next round is the philanthropy round, which is on August 14th. So you have to check in at the same time at the same place, and during this day, you will attend up to 6 parties throughout the day. All of these parties are going to be 35-minute long, and like the first day, you can hang out at Scheller and just do your thing while you're not in parties. And there will be a lunch break from 1:15 to 2:30. P&Ms are recommended to wear casual dresses, skirts, or pants, and this should be an outfit that you would wear like to a picnic or a walk around the city. So like nicer sneakers, sandals, flats, and other nicer shoes without a heel would be good to wear on the philanthropy round.
Just addressing one of the questions in the chat really fast. The dress code for P&M orientation is super casual. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's just whatever you would wear to class or, just at home. So round 3, which is the next day, it's going to be August 15th, is sisterhood. So you're going to check in by 8 a.m. and open your schedules again, and then meet with your RCs. And during sisterhood, you'll attend up to 4 parties, and then these parties will be 45 minutes each, where you'll get to learn about each chapter's sisterhood and connect with the sorority members on a more personal level. You can also learn about their sisterhood within each chapter. So there will also be a lunch break this day, and it'll be about 12:40 until 1:55. During this round, the P&Ms which is you guys, are recommended to wear nicer dresses, skirts, rompers, anything that you would wear to a nice dinner with your family or to like a sibling's graduation. It can be like sandals, flats, platforms, even wedges or something like that are appropriate for this round.
The last round of recruitment is the preference round, which is on August 16th. Please check in by 8 a.m. and note that this is in the Student Center instead of Scheller College of Business. During preference round, you will have a maximum of 2 parties to attend, and they're longer. This round is much more personal than all the others, and chapters will likely share one of their rituals with you. This is the dressiest day, so please wear a dress that you might wear to a school dance or something similar to that, more elevated than sisterhood. If you need any references for the outfits, we have a bunch of examples in the Ramblin' Recruitment Guide that are better than I'm describing, probably.
And I think also on the Panhellenic Instagram, you can also check out one of the posts has like a list of things that you can wear, and it did like a style guide. So make sure to check that out too. So on August 17th, you will have a 2-hour window to open your bid cards between 1 and 3 p.m. It's a rolling process, so you really could just come at any time. We want to make sure that people can have a non-stressful environment when opening their bids. So having a rolling process like this does that. And during this time in the 30 minutes after, you can also meet with your RCs to talk about your bid. And then before you can run home to your chapters, you do have to go to GT Convocation if you were a freshman at Georgia Tech. This is from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. But after that, you can come on back to the exhibition hall to receive your bid day shirts and meet with your new pledge classes, and then you get to run home on Tech Green afterwards. And you'll have separate celebrations with your chapters after Tech Green. So now we're going to go into more details about the recruitment process.
Okay, so one of your biggest resources throughout recruitment is going to be your recruitment counselors. And as MP had mentioned before, they should have all reached out to you already. So each of you has 2 recruitment counselors, and then you have your RC group, which is include like your RCs and then other PNM members. There's by the end of recruitment or by the start of recruitment, there should be about 20 of you guys in each group. So the RCs are current sorority members who disaffiliate during recruitment in order to support you guys. And this just means that they won't reveal what chapter they're in, allowing them to give unbiased advice throughout the process. All of their social medias will not have their letters, and they're all private accounts. So you can't follow them right now, but once recruitment is over, you'll be able to follow them on like on Instagram or whatever social media and know their affiliation and just be able to connect with them. You'll meet with your RC groups every morning to open your schedule and every evening to submit your preferences. The RCs are trained to help you navigate this emotional and logistical parts of recruitment, so feel free to use them as advice, guidance, just someone to bounce ideas off of. They're there for you guys. As we mentioned previously, you'll be introduced to your RCs. They should have already reached out to you electronically, but you'll meet them at orientation afterwards. There's like a meet and greet. And then if you ever feel overwhelmed or confused and you just want someone to talk to, like that's what your RCs are there for. And you can talk to either of them. You each have 2, so it doesn't matter, or both of them.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the mutual selection process. So this means that both PNMs and sorority chapters make choices to determine the best fit for each other. After each round, you will submit your rankings of the sororities you visited that day and designate houses that you want to return to the next day. At the same time, chapters are also deciding which PNMs they'd like to invite back based on values, alignment, and mutual interest. Before each round, you will open your schedules for the day with your RCs. Your schedule will have parties of houses that invited you back because they think you could be a good fit in your chapter. It is important to note that not having a full schedule is completely normal. Most PNMs don't, and it doesn't reflect your worth or potential in the process. And you can always talk to your RCs about your preferences, your thoughts, or your concerns because they're here to help. They're here to help you make the best decisions for you.
At Georgia Tech, we practice values-based recruitment, and here's what that means. The focus is on genuine conversations between you and chapter members about what you value and what matters to you. This helps both you and the chapters decide if there's a good match based on shared values and not superficial details. You'll get to know members as real people and learn what their sorority stands for. It also ensures that recruitment remains fair, open, and unbiased for everyone. Think about what matters most to you: friendships, academics, service, leadership, and use those reflections to guide your choices.
Next, we're going to go through some responsibilities and benefits that come out of being in a sorority at Georgia Tech.
So let's start discussing what being a member of a Panhellenic sorority actually involves on a day-to-day and semester basis. As a member, you'll be expected to uphold your chapter's values, including things like academic integrity, respect, and service. Each chapter emphasizes academic success, and many offer resources to help you balance your schoolwork and your sorority involvement. You'll also participate in weekly chapter meetings, which are usually on Wednesday nights, service events throughout the semester, and a new member initiation process, which is kind of dependent on each chapter. One of the most important responsibilities is taking part in your chapter's rituals and traditions. They help build community and continuity throughout the chapter. There are also dues associated with membership, which vary by chapter, and you'll also be involved in recruiting future members, just like you guys.
Next, let's talk about how sorority life supports your academic and professional goals. Our chapters provide great networking opportunities. From alumni events to meeting sisters in your major, you'll build relationships that last beyond college. These connections can help with job recruiting, finding roommates in new cities, and even just having a friendly face in class. You'll also gain resources to help that are super helpful, like resume reviews, elevator pitch practice, career fair prep, textbook sharing, and financial literacy programs. Some chapters even host case prep sessions or provide finals week care packages. Many also offer mentorship programs that pair you with older members who share your major or career interests. Even if you're pre-med, you could have a pre-med mentor, so you're never navigating things alone.
Sorority life isn't just about academics, it's also about fun and friendship. You'll get to attend sisterhood events like craft nights, workout classes, intramurals, and movie nights, all great ways to bond with your chapter. There are also social events like mixers and date nights. Mixers are events between your sorority and another Greek chapter, and date nights allow every member to bring a plus one who can be a student at Georgia Tech or not, and they don't have to be in Greek life. You can bring pretty much anyone. Every new member is welcome into a family after picking a big, and that mentorship extends through your college years. And it's a built-in support system with friends across all grades.
So moving on to the housing and meal aspect, many sorority members have the option to live in their chapter houses starting sophomore year and sometimes even spring freshman year. Living in the house is often more affordable than other off-campus or on-campus options, and the locations are extremely convenient. It's also one of the best ways to get involved and feel connected to your chapter, especially across the different ages as well. All houses include a meal plan that accommodates dietary restrictions. And if you're a freshman, you can switch to what's called the Greek 100 plan and get a refund for the difference in cost of what you haven't used yet. And then best of all, you'll always have someone to share a meal with if you're, at the house.
Sororities also give you a platform to make a real difference, both on campus and beyond. Each chapter supports a national philanthropy. For example, some raise money for funds for causes, like breast cancer awareness, domestic violence prevention, or children's hospitals. In addition to those national efforts, all Georgia Tech sororities support the Circle of Sisterhood, which is the official CVC philanthropy focused on empowering women through education. You'll also have a chance to get involved in local service, whether that's volunteering in Atlanta or organizing charity events with your chapter. Leadership is another huge part of Greek life. Each chapter has over 30 leadership roles you can apply for, and many members get involved as early as spring of freshman year. Those positions cover everything from recruitment and event planning to diversity, equity, and inclusion, academics, philanthropy, and membership experience. It's a great way to build your resume and develop leadership skills that will serve you long after graduation.
If you haven't registered for recruitment yet, this is a great opportunity to do so. And so if you scan that QR code right there, it opens to the registration and you can fill it out. Just a reminder that there is a $60 registration fee that will cover your t-shirt, snacks, and any other goodies during recruitment.
Okay, we're gonna go through and answer some FAQs, and then after that, I think we're gonna open up to Q&A and we'll address some of the questions in the chat. So leading up to recruitment, how long are the days? Each round in its entirety is 12 hours, but normally you won't be there for the whole time. You'll have breaks throughout the day depending on your party schedule, and sometimes you can even finish early or start late. It just depends. Even when this does happen, you must still be with your RC groups for check-in and debrief at the beginning and end of each day. Between parties, you can go anywhere, but just make sure you know where you have to be and when you have to be there.
Next, should you bring a bag? Bags are not required, but they can be helpful to have. During days that you wear heels, if you want, or any type of uncomfortable shoe, a lot of people find it helpful to bring comfy shoes like sandals, flip-flops, even sneakers to walk between the houses in because those can be long walks sometimes. People also may bring makeup bags, hairspray, a fan, blotting sheets, pretty much anything that they might need. If you want references for that, there's a lot of what's in my rush bag videos on social media, and I think a few chapters have even talked about what they suggest to bring.
So are meals included during breaks? No, they are not, but where we're meeting is in Tech Square, which is a place where you have a lot of access to restaurants around there, and they do take buzz funds, so you can use your buzz card at a lot of these places. But we do have access to those, and also the center is pretty close where you can go there and eat at the restaurants there. So you do have options that are close enough to Scheller and the student center to get food during the day, and we'll have snacks.
So what should you expect during each of the rounds? Each round gets progressively more personal and values-based. As we've mentioned before, open house is introductory, philanthropy focuses on the chapter service values, sisterhood dives into like what life inside the chapter is like, and then preference is more emotional and reflective to help you find your best fit. Throughout each round and every day, your RC will be there to guide you and tell you what to expect, and as well as like provide you with different conversation boosters or like tips. I know that sometimes it can be nerve-wracking and your mind blanks, but your RCs will be very good about helping you through that as well.
Are you guaranteed a bid if you make it to preference round? If you maximize your options during the preference round, so that means if you went to two chapters during preference round, you would be guaranteed a bid if you rank both of them. If you visit only one house at preference round, you are then guaranteed a bid from that house.
What if I have conflicts during recruitment? So, I've had a couple people email me about conflicts, which is fine, but I'm sending out a conflict form about a week before recruitment starts, just so everyone has their plans finalized around recruitment. So if you do have a conflict, please look out for this email and I'll be sending it out. We can't guarantee that we can work around your conflict, but because we have it, we'll do our best to move your schedules around whatever conflict you have. And if you're in cheer, dance, or like LLC, we will be working with you separately to figure out a schedule that accommodates you the best of our abilities.
Do I need letters of recommendation? Letters of recommendation at Georgia Tech are not required. Some chapters accept them, but you won't be penalized for not having any. Recruitment here is based more on conversation and values.
What if I'm a sophomore or a transfer student? You are absolutely still eligible. All of our chapters welcome non-freshmen. Just be honest and confident about your journey. Your experience adds value, and our chapters are excited to meet you and learn more about it.
What if I decide Greek life isn't for me? That's totally okay. Recruitment is a time to explore and it's not a commitment. If at any point you feel like it's not a good fit, you can withdraw, and your RC will help you do that and support you either way. Okay, so wrapping up, I wanted to leave some time for any questions that you guys still have. If you have one, make sure to put it into the chat and we'll do our best to give you a good answer. And if you don't want to ask it here, feel free to email me and I will get back to you.
I saw a question in the chat earlier about a math placement exam. That again goes with the excuse form that MP is going to send out about a week before recruitment, and you'll be able to provide the time of your math placement exam so that we know when your recruitment excuse would be, and we can provide you with a schedule that works around that.
Okay, this is a great time to ask questions. So if you have one, put it in the chat. Um, but I'll wait for another few minutes. Could I show the schedule for bid day again? Yes, and this is also in your confirmation email from campus director. You have the schedules for each day of recruitment available to you. Wait, did it say bid day? Okay.
How soon after completing the registration should we hear from our RCs? If you completed your registration before July 12th, you should have heard from them by now. But if you guys are registering past July 12th, I would say give it 2 to 3 days. And then if you haven't heard anything by then, reach out to me and I can get that sorted for you guys.
You should show up dressed every day. So whatever you're wearing to your parties, you should show up in that because you don't know how early your party is going to be. It could be right after you check in. So yes, you should wear it when you check in. It's going to be a lot of early mornings, but it'll be okay. We'll have we'll have some support for you. And we'll be getting up early as well.
Grace might have also mentioned this, but I know it's a good idea to have a change of shoes in your bag for the later days when you have heels. That way you can, walk over in like sandals and then put heels on for your actual party.
So you will receive your schedules during check-in. Whenever you meet with your RC groups, you have a period of time where you get to open it with them. So you will not be given it before like you leave for the day. You'll have it in the morning. Yeah, it's day of. Okay. I was just making sure I read that correctly.
And you'll open it one-on-one with one of your RCs or your recruitment counselors. So it will be more like private, and the rest of your group members won't know unless you want them to.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay, I think that we're gonna wrap it up then. Thank you so much for joining. We are so excited to meet you guys in the fall. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.